think it is possible because he controls a vast empire and there are a lot of demands on his time. So what we're talking about is somebody has contrived a strategy to defeat the emission regulations. It's certainly possible that he didn't know, and I think the suggestion in the resignation statement is that he didn't know. He says he has not knowingly done anything wrong. I think it's slightly carefully worded, but I think at this stage we probably give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, his departure, does that make any difference to the scandal that's now engulfing the company? Well,
I think it's the first step in a containment strategy that Volkswagen will put in place. Clearly his position was untenable given the magnitude of this scandal. But I think this will continue to reverberate for some time now. The sheer magnitude of the implications, the loss of the share price, the impact on the brand image, mopping up all the regulatory side as well. This is probably going to go on for years.
Do you think Volkswagen will actually survive as a company at the end of it, as a brand at the end of this?
Well, I think up till now it's been a very strong company, very strong brands. It does have a basis of strong technology. So I don't think the company itself will fail, but the company will suffer a lot as a result of what's happened.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the various probes that are being launched. The Department of Justice is now reportedly getting involved as well. Do you think, now we've seen the experience of BP, for example, in the US, the fact this is a non-American car company and Detroit is such an emotive subject in the US, is the knife going to be sort of stuck in that much harder because of that?
Well, I think because this is about diesel technology and to a certain extent the German manufacturers were swimming against the tide of North America with diesel technology. And the fact that that has now been called into question, I think there might be a few scores to settle on that count.
Yes, you do get that feeling. But looking at the incident here, do you think what we've seen is exactly what's happened, or could it be even wider than this? Could this affect cars elsewhere? Could it actually affect other brands as well?
Well, I'd be surprised if anybody else has specifically engaged in a strategy to defeat the regulation and indeed the intent of the regulation. In all my experience in the car industry, people have tried with great care to meet the letter of the law, and cars are designed with several hundred regulations in mind. So I will be surprised if this really occurs in the same way anywhere else. I think what it does put a spotlight on, though, is the fact that vehicles are tested in a laboratory environment, and the performance in the laboratory environment is significantly different to the performance that exists in the real world. Now, one of the major reasons for that is the testing conditions in the laboratory, which are not the responsibility of the manufacturers. You know, they're prescribed, so they just have to meet those. I think what will happen as a result of this is you'll see much more emphasis now on getting test conditions that are more representative of how we drive our cars in the real world.
Which can be for the good of consumers ultimately. Just very briefly, if you would, who's your money on to be the next boss of Volkswagen, and can anybody leave them out of this?
Well, I wouldn't place a bet on that right now. I think they have a lot of soul-searching to do, and they will consider that very carefully. It's not a normal succession, given the circumstances, and I think that classic automotive now is sort of put under a bit of a cloud. So, you know, they may actually even look outside the industry.